I present them, two offers or three offers, in this case three. I tell them I gather the information for a Camatech, for a Hollister, and for a Coloplast, and said here's the players, here's their product line. You tell me which way you want to go, and we'll bring in a couple. But like I said, with the history of Camatech, we've been very fortunate. It's been a really happy arrangement for the last 10 years.
Okay. And in terms of Convatec and the products that they have on offer, do they provide any specific training to your clinical staff, or is that your responsibility? That if they have a new product, do they bring it into hospitals and show staff how to use it?
No, that's the beauty of Convatec. They just have trained professionals on their staff. Here in our region, they employ a lot of former nurses that have been in wound care, and that's when you get a nurse that's a sales rep talking to a nurse in a hospital, that's a conversation that is invaluable. They know what they're talking about. They've been in the trenches with these patients, so it's a real good relationship with the sales force in our clinical staff. And Camatech has always been strong about that. Most of their sales reps do have a clinical background.
Okay. And do you know if that's the same for their peers as well? Do Hollister and Coloplast, do they try and employ nurses as well for their sales? Yeah,
they're trying. They don't have as much staff as Camatech, clinical staff as Camatech. What they kind of do is they have a sales force, and they have clinical people on their payroll, but they're not readily available. So you kind of make you have to make appointments with them. Saying, hey, can you send your clinical people over here? And then you go to your calendar and you figure out what's the best week, what's the best days. As opposed to Camatech, that sales rep is a clinical person, so it's much, much more easy to work with.
Yeah. We spoke to sort of some other experts as well. I think we spoke to a lady in Iowa who was a nurse, and their difference obviously was that they didn't have a good relationship with their sales rep. They had a different person, quite a high churn. Obviously, you say you've been quite lucky that you've had the same sort of sales team for 6+ years. Do you know, if that's similar case in other places? Is it just specific to you that you've had, in your region, you're quite lucky that you've had the same person for 6 years, you're quite happy in the role? Or is there a lot of churn you see in sort of competitors like Hollister? There are lots of different people coming through the door.
Yeah, and that's a great point. With the Hollister and Coloplast people, I probably, with Hollister in the last 10 years, I bet you I've had 4 different reps. Coloplast will probably be right around that same number, about 3 or 4 different reps. And business is business, but it's hard to work with, because when you lose a rep, then it takes months of training to hire a new one. You have a regional manager trying to cover the state or the area, and the accessibility is very, very frustrating. But the new people come on, they've gone through their clinical training, and you try to work with them the best you can.
Yeah. And just in terms of obviously the issues that you've had recently, or with the back orders, and they're not being able to fulfill the orders that you had, were you kind of disappointed in the way that they communicated that to you, or did you think that they were quite upfront, open and honest, they laid it out there? How did that sort of interaction go?
Basically, the first we found out about it really was from our GPO person. They had heard grumblings, and we really didn't realize until the our GPO rep came to us and said, listen, we're hearing, we don't know how valid this is, but Camatech could be in some trouble filling orders, or especially with that hurricane, and then just the disasters that have happened in the last 6, 7, 8 months. So we were kind of prepared through our GPO, and then I just reach out to the rep and I'm saying, hey, listen, I'm hearing things. What's going on here? What can I expect? And initially, some of our thought process was to stock up, but we can't do that. We can't hoard inventory. We kind of like to have a just-in-time inventory